On this week's episode of the Rambler Sports Locker, women's basketball faced Bradley University, and RSL reporter Claire Philpy looks at the Super Bowl on this week's trending.
Also, the men's basketball team took on two MVC opponents, and Henry Redmond and his Ramble analysts discussed politics' place in the Winter Olympics.
Welcome back to this week's episode of the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Patricia Martinez.
And I'm Kelsey Frew. This week, the men's basketball team competed in two conference games. The men's basketball team took on Missouri State February 3rd with a crowd of 3,600 to watch. The Ramblers started hot. Senior Ben Richardson opened the game with a flurry from three-point range, and freshman Cameron Krutwig got in on the action with an old-fashioned three-pointer. The Ramblers shot 64.5% in the first half. The home team's home field percentage is now the best in the country, ahead of number 4 ranked Michigan State. The second half, the Ramblers cooled off just a bit, shooting 57.6%. But the points kept coming, especially from deep, with junior Marquis Towns and senior Dante Ingram getting in on the action. The Ramblers were able to put away the Bears by a score of 97-75. Redshirt junior Clayton Custer scored more than 20 points for the third straight game. The Ramblers also out-rebounded the bigger Missouri State 33-22. The crowd in Gentile was the biggest of the season, and head coach Porter Moser encouraged fans to come back to see his team continue its run at an MVC title.
Loyola's basketball's 100th year was celebrated by honoring the Ramblers' all-century team at halftime of the Missouri State game. RSL reporter Henry Redmond tells us about these Rambler greats.
Loyola's all-century team includes 5 two-time All-Americans, 13 NBA draft picks, including a number 1 overall pick, and 5 NCAA national champions. Included on the team is 2017 graduate Milton Doyle, Loyola's all-time leading scorer Alfredrick Hughes, and former Portland Trailblazers number 1 overall pick LaRue Martin. Martin has the Loyola record for most rebounds in a game and is happy to be chosen.
I think it's an honor. Here at Loyola University, they really support sports, but then too, they support academics.
Martin knows the game has changed since his day, but said he thinks his team would give the current Ramblers a run for their money.
Back in my time, it was 40-some-odd years ago, 50-some-odd years ago, they're a lot quicker and a lot stronger, but we wouldn't let them down. We will go for it.
Do you think you'd come out on top?
Oh, yeah.
Hughes holds the Loyola record for most points scored in a game with 47 and led Loyola to its last tournament appearance in 1985. Hughes was also excited about receiving the honor from Loyola, and like Martin, he said he believes his Ramblers would beat the 2018 team.
It's a great honor. I had a great time at Loyola University. It's a really, really great honor to have that. I think they have a great team right now. The coach is doing a great job, and I think it'll be a good matchup.
Do you think you'd come out on top, though?
Absolutely.
The all-century team was chosen from a combined fan and committee vote and includes players from 1926 to 2017. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Henry Redmond.
On Wednesday, February 7th, the men's basketball team faced off against Drake University. The game started at a balanced pace, but the Ramblers started pulling ahead by the end of the first half with a score of 32-28 at halftime. Going into the second half, Loyola picked up the tempo to build a lead. 4 players reached double digits in points, with Custer and freshman center Cameron Krutwig contributing a combined 22 points in the second half alone. Loyola took the victory with a final score of 72-57. This marks the team's 20th win this season, the first time Loyola has won that many games before the conference tournament since the 2006-2007 season. Wednesday's game was also Jesuit Jam, a chance for Loyola's priests to show students they're more than just holy men and can have some fun too. During the game's breaks, priests held contests between them and the students. The Jesuits were also selling t-shirts to raise money for hurricane relief in Puerto Rico. Jesuit scholar Jake Bradwith said the jam is a great way for Loyola's religious side to interact with its academic and athletic sides.
I think it's great for people to come out because I think sometimes people think that Jesuits are only at church or only studying all day, but we're normal guys, we come to basketball games, we are involved with other clubs.
The men's basketball team will next compete against Indiana State on Saturday, February 10th.
The women's basketball team defeated Bradley University 71-61 on Sunday, February 4th at Renaissance Coliseum in Peoria, Illinois. This was the Ramblers' first road win of the season. The team took a 26-23 lead into the halftime break. Consistent success behind the free throw line allowed the Ramblers to win the game with a final score of 71-61. This is their 5th win this season, and they are now 3-8 in conference play. This Sunday, February 11th, the Ramblers will play their MVC newcomer, Valparaiso University, at 1 o'clock in Gentile Arena.
On Saturday, February 3rd, the Loyola men's volleyball team faced off against University of Southern California in Gentile Arena. In the first set, Loyola fell behind 3 separate times but couldn't finish the comeback. A series of errors gave USC a 23-20 lead that it would hold onto for a 25-20 first set of victory. Loyola once again fell behind in the second set, but Loyola came back for a 25-21 win. The Ramblers came out with a 10-2 run in the third set and maintained their advantage for a quick 25-14 win. The fourth set involved a tense back and forth between the teams before Loyola ended it at a 31-29. This 3-1 victory over number 13 USC saw 4 players tallying 10 or more kills and marks Loyola's 5th straight win. Junior Colin Mahan led the team with 13 kills. 2 days later, the American Volleyball Coaches Association released this week's poll in which Loyola was ranked at number 6, up 1 from previous weeks. This number 6 spot is the highest ranking the team has received this season, who are 7-2 overall. Up next, the Ramblers open their Midwestern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association schedule with a home game against Quincy on Friday, February 9th at 7 p.m.
RSL reporter Hayley Spitler sat down with senior outside hitter Ryan Jamison and middle blocker Jeff Jendrick of the men's volleyball team to see who knows their teammates better.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Teammate Game. I'm joined today by Ryan Jamison and Jeff Jendrick of the men's volleyball team. So for starters, where is Ryan from? And you both will write it down on your board.
All right.
Let's see if you guys know this.
Actual, like, hometown?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Ooh, you might have trouble with that.
I will, actually. I got the state, though. You just said it. But,
Okay, we can get like half credit maybe for the state.
Yeah, we'll have a point.
All right, what do we have?
Philly.
I'm actually from Langhorne, Pennsylvania.
I would say the state would actually be Pennsylvania. But that's okay.
That's right.
Okay.
That's the city.
What is Jeff's go-to song right now?
Ooh.
What are you really into listening to?
Actually, that's a good question.
All right, I think
Okay.
All right, let's see. What do we have?
I put Cola by Camel Fat.
Ooh, no.
Not it?
No, it's close. Say Less by Gorgon City.
Ooh.
What is Ryan's all-time favorite movie?
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, we'll see.
Let's turn them.
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers!
Wow.
That's a match. That is a point.
We've watched that multiple times together, so he should know that.
Jeff could visit or revisit one place in the world. Where would it be?
Gotta think about
That's
this.
actually- There's options.
Oh, you always say you love this place, so I'm just gonna put this place.
All right, what is it? Oh, okay. We had California for Ryan and Poland from Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is
When
not good.
is Ryan's birthday?
Should be an easy one.
We'll see. I mean, he
Hopefully.
did think Philly was a state, so.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Can we edit that out, please? I got this one, though.
Okay, what do we have? September 29th. We have one question left,
Okay.
and that is, where is Jeff's favorite place to eat?
He's lying, whatever he's going to put. All right.
All right, let's see what the answers are.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
That's a match.
Yeah.
Ryan got it.
I eat there at least 3 times a week.
More than
It's
that.
actually-
Maybe like twice a day.
No. Go!
Yeah.
Jeff won our teammate game
Yes.
today. Sorry, Ryan. It looks
all right.
like Jeff knows you better than you know him.
I mean, he did think Philly was a
Okay,
state.
all right.
That's true.
We're cutting that out, please.
No, you gotta leave it in there.
Last Friday on February 2nd, Loyola's track and field team competed in the Mayo Invitational in South Bend, Indiana. The women's track team wrapped up the Invitational with redshirt junior Lindsey Brewis setting a school record in the 3,000 meter run. In the 4x400 meter relay, senior Brady Rodney, junior Natasha Simons, and sophomore Kendall Wallace and Lindsay Walters all posted a season best time of 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Freshman Tyler Elmo led the men's team by booking a spot in the 60-meter dash finals with a time of 6.95 seconds, just short of his personal best. Redshirt senior Alex Baker and junior Peter Schaeble led the team in long distance. Baker finished in 18th and Schaeble finished in 25th.
On Saturday, some Ramblers participated in the Windy City Invitational in Hyde Park. Junior Regan Todd Hunter took time off his school record in the 60-meter hurdles at 8.38 seconds for a decisive first-place victory. Seniors Stephen Hubona and Paulina Gall also set personal bests in the field. In the weight throw, Hubona registered a top toss of 17.67 meters, which earned him second place. Over in shot put, Gal took first place with her top mark of 13.72 meters. The track team will be back in action this weekend on February 9th and 10th when it sends athletes to 3 different invitationals: the Spire D1 Invitational in Geneva, Ohio, the GVSU Big Meet in Allendale, Michigan, and the Tyson Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Super Bowl 52 was on February 4th, and RSL reporter Claire Philby has more on what's trending during the big game.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions for the first time in franchise history. I'm here to take a closer look at what's trending after the big game. The team and players took to Twitter using the hashtag #FlyEaglesFly to post videos, photos, and more celebrating their win. The Eagles posted a photo of the game-winning touchdown scored by number 86 Zach Ertz. They tweeted, "Flying in for the game-winning TD." At Fallon Tonight posted a photo of Jimmy Fallon with the Eagles and the Lombardi Trophy, saying the hashtag Super Bowl champion at Eagles are in the house tonight. Both Malcolm Jenkins and Trey Burton joined in by tweeting photos of themselves with the Lombardi Trophy. Add your thoughts and see ours at the hashtag RSL Trending. That's all for this week's Trending. I'm Claire Philby. Back to you at the desk.
On Monday, February 5th, the athletic program received a gift from alumnus Alan Norville for the university's new practice facility. This facility will begin construction in April and will be named the Alfie Norville Practice Facility in honor of Norville's late wife, Alfina. The new facility will give both the men's and women's basketball and volleyball programs more practice space. Located on the university's Lakeshore campus, this new facility space will feature a skywalk connected to the Norville Center. With this additional space, it will allow student athletes access to locker rooms, 2 equal-sized courts on each floor, and the team film room. The Olympics are about to start, and as always, the world's biggest sports stage is being used for politics.
Henry Redmond and his Ramble analysts discuss whether or not there is a place for politics at the Winter Olympics.
Hi, welcome to this week's Ramble. I'm Henry Redmond. I'm here today with Idalis Huerta and Connor Bergen. So the Olympics are right around the corner, and as usual, politics have gotten mixed up in them. So, Idalis, should politics in the Olympics mix?
Well, it's no secret that politics and the Olympics have always been intertwined. I don't think that they should be mixed. You see countries use the Olympics as a way to further their political agenda. You hear of countries backing out and publicly boycotting the Olympics. At the end of the day, that just takes away the ability for these extremely talented athletes who have been training for so long to participate.
Connor, what do you think?
Well, to say that the Olympics should be politically free and just for the love of the sport is an unrealistic and utopian view of what the games are. I mean, they've always been a political platform because there's times where international conflicts, stuff like human rights abuse, they're more important than just a game, and you see it bubble over. Countries have used it as a place to flex power or to acquire international likability, so it's all about political branding in the games.
Idalis, the North and South Korean women's hockey teams are combining for these Olympics. What do you think of that?
I mean, it might just all be propaganda. I'm not sure. I mean, it's good, but given the political climate that North Korea has been in, I think it's just going to take away from the games at the end of the day.
What do you think, Connor?
I mean, it's on the surface, it's nice. It's showing a symbol of unity between the two countries. But at the end of the day, it's just unity in a sport, and the tensions are still there, and this one act of unity is almost just, like she said, maybe just propaganda, and it's not going to change the serious politics that are involved.
Okay, Adela's final statement.
I mean, it even states in the Olympic Charter that no kind of demonstration or political, religious, or racial propaganda is permitted on Olympic sites. I'm just going to leave that there.
Connor?
Which is a utopian statement. With all the money that goes into the games, how it affects the hosting countries' economies. You see Brazil decided to host when they were dealing with a lot of problems with poverty in the country, which outraged a lot of their citizens. Russia had the government-funded doping scandal for their athletes. That's why some of them were not allowed to compete in games. There's a reason why these countries are, putting out all this money.
Okay, Connor, you both have good arguments. I'm going to have to go with you. It's just impossible to separate politics in the Olympics, really sports at all. So, Connor, I'll see you next week. If you want to get in on the conversation, use the hashtag RSLRamble. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Henry.
For our full episodes and the chance to get in on the conversation, follow and like our social media handles for an up-to-date look at all things Rambler Sports.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Patricia Martinez.
And I'm Kelsey Frew. Check back next week for another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker.
And as always, don't forget to turn out the lights.